Kia ora. Good morning. Welcome. G'day, Morena. Welcome to you all to this, the first of the ECNI webinar series. Today we'll be looking at the Thermal Explorer Highway. And I want to welcome you all on behalf of the 8 RTOs of Explore Central North Island. I'm Vanessa Payne. I'm the Marketing Coordinator for Explore Central North Island, and I'm really excited to be kicking off this series for you. You're going to be hearing a little bit from me over the next few weeks. Hopefully that'll be okay. This is our first one today, so apologies if we're a bit clunky in some of our mechanics, but I just want to know that you're all very warmly welcome, and we look forward to giving you some updates from our part of the world. But look, before we go too far, we've missed you. Our regions and our tourism families have missed you, but we just want to give you a key message really, especially with some help from our friends at Rotorua Canopy Tours, and just say hang in there. I guess we're all hopeful of what the 2021 will bring us, the bubbles that will be opened to us, and the opportunities that they will bring to get our tourism business up and running and thriving beyond surviving for us all. So, Explore Central North Island, you will have had dealings with us before, many of you, I'm sure. We would have welcomed many of you to our Explore Show at Eden Park. This is an event that we hold every year traditionally, and we bring over 100 tourism operators from this greater Explore Central North Island region through to Auckland into a trade show, and we invite our travel trade friends along to come and meet with the tourism operators as well as our 8 RTOs, and have a really fantastic day out of the office training. Now, we don't anticipate that we'll be running that event again in April 2021, but more likely we'll be looking more to the middle of the year, perhaps a little later than that, perhaps in spring, when we know that we've got our tourism partners are onboarding staff again, getting ready for a busy 2021 summer season. So we look forward to welcoming you all back then. But our organisation is a collective of 8 regions. So looking at that, we've got the Coromandel, Bay of Plenty, Tairāwhiti Gisborne out east, Napier, our friends at Ruapehu, Great Lake Taupo, Rotorua, and Hamilton and Waikato tourism. And actually, when you have a look at the map of New Zealand here, and you have a look at how much area of the North Island we take up, we're over half. So really, that's quite a large part of our country, and includes many of New Zealand's must-dos, including things like Hot Water Beach, Mount Maunganui, East Cape, the Art Deco's capital of New Zealand in Napier, the stunning national parks of Ruapehu, New Zealand's largest lake, Lake Taupo, the iconic tourism destination of Rotorua, and the waves, caves and hobbit holes of the mighty Waikato. So it really does cover quite a large part of the North Island. Ideally, 10 to 12 days of self-drive touring, and for our international market, I think realistically 7 to 9 days in this part of the country. They can really cover some good ground using the touring routes. They can get around really well. They can get off the beaten track, they can holiday like a local, and come and see many of the places where New Zealanders love to holiday, and truly understand why, and get a real essence of this part of the world. We've got really good connectivity with tourism with Air New Zealand here, including Hamilton, Tauranga, Gisborne, Napier and Taupo, where we've got flights being delivered in and out to Auckland, Wellington and Christchurch airports. So connectivity in terms of building itineraries through to or from the South Island or in and out of Auckland is really not that difficult at all. And in fact, driving, it's pretty easy to navigate. All our highways are really well signposted, and within an hour you can really change, the landscape changes, your destination changes quite significantly within an hour's driving, so really nowhere is far. Look, I'm really pleased today to bring you some refreshers and updates from the Thermal Explorer and Volcanic Loop highways. And the team we've got joining us today is Joe from Ruapehu, we've got Amanda from Taupo, Lou from Rotorua, and I will be wrapping up the session this morning with a session on the mighty Waikato. And so let's get underway with our regional updates. I'm really excited to have Jo Kennedy from Visit Ruapehu joining us this morning for an update on what's happening in her part of the world. And Jo, where's she gone? She is, there she is. Hi Jo, good morning.
Hey everybody, kia ora everybody. It's nice to be talking about international, and I actually just had a question come through on my chat, but I'm sitting in my car, so this is a fake picture of the mountain behind me, and I don't have my keyboard on, so I can't reply to it. But the question was, do you guys know when the borders are opening? Well, no, we don't, but I guess what we are doing is preparing for whatever may be, and trying to get into a position where, you know, at least we're ready to respond, and we're keeping you guys up to date with what we're up to and how our operators are going. So yeah, so I've got a very short presentation which will make you probably pretty happy. The current team is me, and I've got a brand new marketing manager, a girl called Sarah Williams, who's started in September. So that's actually it at the moment. We don't really have a trade team per se, so therefore you've got me sitting in my car. So I apologise for the level of it's not Alex. Alex Pierce is still around, but what we do have from the STAP funding is we've got the opportunity to have a full-time person engaging with our operators, working out where they're at, who needs help with what, so that when the international markets are ready to open, A, they're ready to work with you guys, the ones that are, and we're focusing on those so we can deliver them to you ready to work with you, and B, they're working on their products as to what the international market might be looking for once they come back. So yeah, us, like you guys, we're all doing it pretty tough as well, probably not as tough because we've got a domestic market and a ski product in the winter, which has kind of seen us through. July was a really good July, as you can see from this funny looking graph, and Christmas colours. August was pretty rubbish, September was pretty rubbish, and yeah, it's been pretty tough. We're down about $30 million, which for a tiny little region is a lot. Having Auckland go back into lockdown for us when, you know, that was the Auckland went into lockdown and we lost a bunch of business, and in September the snow all melted. So anyway, onwards and upwards. Between the four of us on this call, we are about $300 million down year on year, just for year end September. So yeah, we've got a little bit of making up to do, but that's our opportunity, right? We've done a little bit of scenario modeling. Basically the red dotted line here is the forecast that we're looking at. So we're kind of saying, you know, we'll be back to sort of where we were in about 4 or 5 years. So we're kind of, that's the conservative approach. The more positive approach, I guess, is using the Tourism New Zealand numbers, where hopefully things will come back quite a bit quicker. And that's in and around probably some of the bigger international markets as well. So for us, Alex, who most of you will know, she's now a full-time farmer, a photographer and a bride-to-be. She's got a little bit of capacity that she's working with us still at the moment to update our trade manual and doing some imagery, and we'll continue to update all of those. So you've got nice fresh imagery which will flick out as you guys are starting to pull together new product, and in the new year hopefully we're looking to switch her back on as the borders start thinking about opening, whether it's Australia in February or January, or you know, who knows. It's kind of where we're at. Our operators are doing okay. Some are doing pretty well, some are really struggling, so we're using the time at the moment just to build capability of them. They're all taking bookings. I went out to them yesterday. Basically all the ones that you guys work with, they're all taking bookings. They're using flexible cancellations, and their pricing's pretty well staying the same. There's a couple of changes in some product which I'll talk about a tiny bit moving forward through here. So kind of the key ones, Mount Ruapehu, the Skywalker, is opening up for summer in a couple of weeks on the 12th of December. They've got a new price point, which is like a $39 adult only. They've got a $99 family package. So that for the summer product, which is probably realistically for you guys going to be next summer. They're working on a new product and putting together packages and dining opportunities, etc., etc. For the ski market, next year they're planning to open all the lifts. They've got a brand new ski pricing structure, and anyone who wants to ask anything about any of that, just let me know kind of after it, and we'll make sure that our details are sent out. Forgotten World Adventures have changed their product. Their shortest product is now a 10 tunnel. Last year it was a 5 tunnel. They've got a bunch of different packages with the jet boat, with helicopter, with some golf, etc., etc. So they've got new pricing. They've got their wholesale sheets nearly ready to send out for the following year. So they'll be coming out to you guys really soon as well. They are taking bookings. They don't have any, but they are taking bookings from internationals. So if you get any queries, then absolutely. Mountain Air, they've got a new product out of Taupo, because they just to give a little bit more option when the weather's no good for flying around the mountains. They've got a booking from a group of people from the States for February. Don't think that's going to happen, but hopefully they'll be able to push it out. And so they're definitely taking bookings. They've got their structures in place. It's kind of Kiwi pricing, but they're prepared to leave that pricing out there for the coming years. For the coming year, sorry. Ōwhango Ventures have a new cultural one-day product that they are ready to sell to internationals. Don't have any international bookings. They're doing okay with the domestic market at the moment. Adrift, same thing. They've got all their product ready to go as you guys have it and know it. No price increases. They're ready to take bookings. Doing a tiny bit of domestic, but not really. Domestic market doesn't really do those guided Tongariro up and crossing. And Wanganui River Adventures, again, they're pretty busy on the river this year. Numbers are up about 30% according to Doc, which is the domestic market, but they are taking bookings for the following season, and at this stage leaving their prices the same. Accommodation, so again, none of our accommodation is closed, so we're going to really focus on the ones that are really wanting to work with trade and get a little bit more detailed and work closer with them as the borders start opening. Chateau, Powderhorn, Scotel and the Park, you should have all their rates. They are taking bookings. Their rates are pretty much going to stay the same. Tongariro Suites at the Rocks, Fernleaf, Night Sky, etc., etc. Those guys are B&Bs. Some of them are doing really, really well. Some of them have no bookings and are really, really stressed. So yes, they're taking bookings. No, they're not changing anything. And yes, the pricing's all out there. So ready to take any bookings at all, please. Tongariro Crossing Lodge and Plateau Lodge. Plateau Lodge has got some new rooms. They've built some wee, you see down the bottom there, they've built some little wee self-contained little units, which are pretty funky inside, and they were going pretty well. So summer, maybe next year, lots of internationals will love them. Blue Duck Station and Snowy Waters have pivoted somewhat because of all the international traffic that they're not getting, but again, taking bookings and ready to talk to you. So Skywalker will allow eyesights to book and voucher now. I believe so, yeah. So I'm not 100% sure where you're from, Teresa, sorry, which eyesight, but if you want to flick me an email, I'll put you in touch with the guys, and we're working with our eyesights as well, given there's, the Tourism New Zealand campaign coming up is going to have some eyesight call to action. So I know that we are looking to try and get as much product in there as we can as well. So my email, if anyone is interested, is joe@visitruapehu.com. And that's actually all I had. So I don't know if that's useful, and I can't see any of you, so I don't know if you're smiling or cringing or shaking your head.
Smiling. Thanks. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate your presentation this morning, and great to have an update of some of your products and see what's happening around the region. I'm sure that our guys will find that really useful. Thank you. Now, just standing waiting by for us is the lovely Amanda from Lake Taupo.
There we go. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just give you all a quick update on the Taupo region. I'm probably a new face for a lot of you. So previously, pre-COVID, don't like that word, but I was the manager of the Taupo and Turangi eyesights. We've had quite a change at Destination Great Lake Taupo, and I am currently in a role of industry liaison and partnerships manager. So I'm working a lot closer with some of our operators. Of course, at the moment, just like all of the other RTOs around the country, that's not quite happening. So I'm also working in the trade space, in the marketing space, CNI, and with media as well. So I'm going to be a new face. You'll probably see me across a few different things at the moment, but anyway, it's lovely to see everyone and great to be here today. So I'm just going to give you a quick update on where Taupo's at, and I'm going to flick through some slides as we go. I don't have a whole lot of stats for you, but what I do have is some images of what you can see and do in Taupo. So right in the heart, so we like to think that we're right in the heart of the North Island. We did launch a great campaign coming out of COVID right in the heart of this place. What we're trying to do is get the domestic travellers along with our locals resonating with Taupo, getting connected back again. So also in market at the moment, we have a fishing campaign. So with our domestic market at the moment, and we're looking to roll it out into Australia once we hear borders are opening, hopefully sometime soon, is around fishing. So some of the great fishing is definitely Lake Taupo and the Tongariro River. So in market at the moment, fishing campaign. In terms of our operators, a number of our Taupo operators are still operating 7 days a week, looking to gear up obviously for summer, but a number of our lake operators still operating. Also some new product available as well. So Taxi Cat Adventures is very new to the market, due to launch in the next 2 weeks. And that's going to be actually kayaking across the Western Bays. So quite a new product. They're also working with a number of our sailing companies and local eateries as well. So actually on-site remote picnics, which is going to be something quite new and exciting for the summer months, and hopefully domestic travellers will pick up on that. Just to let you know, so Taupo Airport, travelling to and from Taupo, we are back up and running with 2 daily flights from Auckland and 2 daily flights from Wellington. And they are looking to increase that timetable again. So hopefully mid-December, we'll be back to a full flight timetable in and out of Taupo Airport. Occupancy at the moment in Taupo as well. So accommodation, we are sitting at around that 70% occupied. Our holiday parks are actually up 90% on the same time last year. So holiday parks have been really obviously fantastic with those that have been travelling. But everywhere at the moment is weekends, school holidays. Taupo is getting quite full. So obviously thinking ahead, Kiwis don't tend to think so far ahead. But once we open those borders and we're looking to our Aussie market, I think our Kiwis may calm down a little bit. And yeah, so definitely open for business here in Taupo. All of our motels and accommodators waiting to see everyone. On the Love Taupo website at the moment as well, just talking about eyesights, we've got a number of eyesight packages as well. So a number of operators accommodation have packaged together. So there's some great ideas there. Anything can be tailored as well. So if you're looking to put anything together, come through Taupo. There's some great ideas there, or a starting point. You can get in contact with us at Destination Great Lake Taupo to talk through those. And I think from Taupo, other than letting you all know that we are open for business, it's a beautiful day here today. I can see Joe all the way down the bottom of the mountain, by the mountain there at the bottom of the lake. We'd love to see you. We want to see everybody travelling through the central North Island. And that's it, I think, Vanessa.
But thanks for that update. And Love Taupo has got their more in-depth presentation coming up a little bit later this month. She says, looking at her notes for the date,
the
11th of December. So she'll have a full presentation then, which will be great for our partners to jump in and have a look at and get a more in-depth look at what's going on in your part of the woods. Thanks, Amanda. I'm going to just let Lou know that she's next.
Kia ora koutou, ngā mihi nui ki a koe. G'day to the Australians that have dialed in a little bit early. Hope you're all eating brekkie. Lovely to see you. Well, I suppose the good news story is that I'm still here. As we know, nothing is certain, but yeah, still very much working in the trade space, doing a bit of product development. But yeah, I just had my first anniversary. So yeah, hopefully a familiar face to some of you. So what I'm going to do today, and I'll just share my screen while I'm yabbering away, is this is the bit where I always get clammy palms because it's like, have I done it properly? Can I just confirm, Vanessa, you can see my screen?
Yeah, you're good to go, love.
I've done it properly. Happy days. What I'm going to do today is walk you through a quick Rotorua update and then talk to you about new product. I'm not going to share any stats. I'm not going to tell you where we're located and all of that bizzo, because I want you to dial in for a more 101 Rotorua update. And just a reminder as well, really happy to put together for webinars for anyone that needs them. Happy to put together a presentation, for example, just on your contracted products for specific agents. I'm here to help. Yeah, alrighty, so let's kick in. Look, I suppose the first thing that I want to talk about is that we're here and we're open for business. We're doing okay. We've been doing well in the domestic tourism space. Our saving grace, of course, being our fantastic central location, being 2.5 hours located south of Auckland. Generally here we're within a 3.5 to 4 hour drive of 3/4 of the population. So very pleasing to see that New Zealanders have been coming and checking out their great backyard and appreciating all of those amazing things that the international tourists have experienced. That said, some operators, echoing the sentiment of my other RTO sisters, are feeling it tough. Some of our cultural experiences, for example, might usually have 90 to 95% international tourism. So there's been some good old-fashioned pirouetting. We're not going to use the other P word to adjust their product to the domestic market. And I use Taupo as an example of that, doing really well, tweaked their product and smashing all of their targets, which is really delightful to see. Our airport continues to be open. We have multiple direct flights with Auckland, Christchurch and Wellington, which is great news. Nearly all of our operators are open. There's just a very small handful that are not. And I don't want to say too much about that because those operators are in talks about, well, maybe we should for summer. So I'm just waiting to hear back from that. But yeah, our operators have evolving operating hours at the moment. Some of them are on 5 days a week, closed Monday, Tuesday, but we'll be reopening 7 days. We're just in the process of collating all of those opening hours. So if you would like that, get in touch. That's what I'm here for. We have a spreadsheet that's pretty much updated daily with regards to opening hours, so that's easy. On a similar vein, I've been busy making a new database of all of our operators here in Rotorua. Look, one of the byproducts of COVID, that's not a surprise, is that there's been some changes in and around the operators. So if you're struggling to contact someone, come to me. Again, I'm a great central point of contact. I can tell you pretty much to the minute who to get in touch with just to make your life easy. Just a quick update in terms of accommodation. We're taking our turn, doing our bit for the team and welcoming home, I believe, 1 million New Zealanders who are overseas who would like to make their way back. On that note, we have 3 managed isolation facilities, or MIQ, if you're up with the acronym, that are locked in place until April 21. So obviously with the international border opening, that would be reviewed. Those 3 managed isolation facilities, which are essentially out of commission for regular travellers, are Ridges, Sedema and Ibis. Another exciting thing to mention in January, watch this space, there are new images and videos that will be coming, so I'm very excited to share those. I might be sharing a few in this presentation, don't tell anyone, but that one down there on the bottom left. Unfortunately, you can't see their faces. I actually did their makeup for that photo shoot. That's my little side hustle. Alrighty, moving on from that, I want to talk about hot pools today because I want to showcase from now on in some of our new products. So this is Manupira Hot Springs located on Lake Rotorua. This is a hot spring experience that is only accessible by boat. There's 7 hot pools, there's a hot spring on top of the hill and the water cascades, or gets channeled rather, down into the hot pools, which you can see just there on my screen. Now, these hot pools have just gone gangbusters since we opened after lockdown, and lots of our businesses are now combining the experience that they already had to go to those hot pools. So the first one is Pure Cruise. They've got a trip that departs from Aokere Falls on the water taxi heading over there. You can soak in any of the pools, you can slide down the slide at the end of the jetty, jetty on the far right. You can do some fantastic water bombs, hop back in the pool and then hop back on the water taxi. So that's a 2.5 hour experience. It also leaves from the VR Rotorua Marina. Really well priced. If you'd like some information about that, get in touch. So just remembering this hot pool that I've just showed you, you know how I said you could only get there by boat? Well, you can also get there by float plane. So this is Volcanic Air's new hot pool product. Those of you that have met Steve, the float plane pilot, when you see him, give him a bit of grief. That's his feet swimming on the job. So this product here, like all of the other Volcanic Air products, take off from our lakefront. They do a short scenic flight, it's about 7 minutes before landing down on the water, parking up at the jetty and offloading onto the pier. So again, enjoying those hot pools, spending 90 minutes there. You can have a coffee, you can have a pie, you can have a cider before you hop back in the plane and fly home. So you need to allow 2 hours for that experience. Staying on the hot pool theme, here's one for the V8 lovers. So Katoa Jet, which again starts on the shores of Lake Rotorua, located right next to Volcanic Air, has added another product to their action-packed family adventure stack of products. So with this one, you can combine the speed and spins, which is the popular 30-minute tour that they do on Lake Rotorua, and you can head over to the hot pool and you can hang out there. You can get a pie or an ice cream or a cider or a glass of wine and enjoy the tranquility of those hot pools before you cruise back to the city lake location. So we love the hot pools. Okay, I want to make sure that you're all across Redwood Tree Walk. So everyone knows Redwood Tree Walk, which is the semi-canopy experience that we have in our Redwoods forest, where you can go and enjoy the 120-year-old redwood trees. Well, Bruce, who owns Redwoods Tree Walk, I'm sure you all know Bruce, said, right guys, now that you've experienced Redwood Tree Walk, what do you reckon? And the customer said, amazing, love it. How about you make another one that's a bit higher, bit longer, bit more adrenaline-y. Not sure if that's the word it is now. So he went, all right then. So Redwood's Altitude opened back in December. Out of all of the heart-pumping experiences we have here in Rotorua, this is the one that will get your heart rate up. So what this is it's located just behind Redwood's Tree Walk. It's about another 5-minute walk into the forest. It's a fully guided 2-hour treetop experience. There are 25 jungle bridges, all kind of Indiana Jones style, all different. They all look different. The guides actually help make them. And you walk through the forest on these swing bridges from platform to platform. Once you get your confidence up, see that photo on the left? They take away the arms or the sides of the swing bridges. You're fully harnessed in, fully guided, double harnessed in actually, and then you go from platform to a series of 3 different flying foxes. So pretty stunning product, really welcome addition to the adrenaline and adventure bunch of products that we have here. So that's available now, fully open, pretty magic. So that's Redwood's Tree Walk. Okay, another new product that I'd quickly like to touch on, Tamaki Māori Village, with the borders closed, their evening cultural experience is currently not running. What they do have instead though is a daytime experience that operates 3 days a week, Saturday to Monday. And this product is called Huie Kaie, which means gather, share and eat. So it takes place at Tamaki Māori Village. It's self-drive, so not the pickup as usual in town. So your manuhiri or visitors need to make their own way there. And look, what it is it's a interactive and educational experience with food. So combines food and culture, 2 of my favorite things. Fully hosted, so you have a guide there who looks after you, tells all of the local stories. Interactive in terms of you roll up your sleeve, you put your pinny on, you start rolling out your dough, because what you're going to do is make a Māori burger with a twist, which is a rewina bread, delicious burger. So you basically hear your stories, make your burger, cook it up, and once you've got a full and happy puku or tummy, you explore and hear more about the story. So great product for families and small groups. We also have, again, welcoming in December, who knew what was going to happen, but we have a fantastic new accommodation addition to the Rotorua suite. So we now have the Pullman Rotorua, 5-star, located right here in our CBD. Hop, skip and a jump from Polynesian Spa, from the lakefront, from Eat Street, surrounded by iconic attractions, fantastic restaurant as well, with all-day dining and conference facility. So 130 luxurious rooms there, absolutely stunning property. And last but not least, a new product that we have through Totally Tarawera is the Kanuka glamping site. So this is located on the shores of Lake Tarawera. You can only access it by water taxi or walking track. So it's a very awesome, beautiful off the beaten track experience. What I really love is the native bush. So tons of flora and fauna, a real breakaway, get away from it all. Access to the lake, it's about a 2-minute walk down to the lake. Well, it's about 50 metres actually. And here's the kicker, when you get down to the lake, that's where Te Rata Bay or Hot Water Beach is located. Not the one in the Coromandel, we have one right here in Rotorua. So literally it's a hot lake where you can go and swim, there's a hot stream, your guests can go and cook some eggs, go for a swim, come back, delicious boiled eggs at the ready. So yeah, fantastic new experience there. Lots of developments and updates here as well. Our lakefront is currently not looking too beautiful, but that's the price of an extreme makeover, right? So it's getting a $60 million overhaul. That will be finished by 2022. We will have a lakefront that will rival Queenstown. Redwoods Forest, we've got 180 kilometres of mountain bike tracks. If you missed the memo, that continues to be developed. We're getting a new spa, a cultural infused spa in 2022. Very much looking forward to that. That will be sort of a luxury spa and wellness centre. Our massive conference centre, Sir Howard Morrison, will be opening in 2023. That was damaged by the Wellington earthquake, as was the Rotorua Museum, but both will be up and running imminently. And that is pretty much all from me today, rapid speed as usual. Please get in touch, I'm here to help. Can't wait to see some of you in person. Over back to you, V.
Wonderful. Hey, thanks for that, Lou. Gosh, what a catch up. There's a lot going on in Rotorua, isn't there? And so you're going to be back on the 14th of December to do a more in-depth update for the team. Sure, and I'm sure that there's lots to say and do. So, hey, thanks for that. Awesome. We've got the mighty Waikato, just 90 minutes drive south of Auckland. This is an area that I'm sure most of you know. This is seen in the green part here. So 90 minutes south of Auckland. We're known for caves, waves and hobbit holes, which is just a nice way to sum it up really, which brings us into you know, our key product offerings being Waitomo Caves, Hobbiton movie set, the beautiful coastal town of Raglan, and they also are surrounded by so many other incredible tourism experiences and offerings. And right in the centre of all of that is Hamilton City. It's the fourth largest city in New Zealand, for those of you that don't know. And the beautiful Waikato River starts in Lake Taupo, comes out through Hooker Falls, meanders its way all the way up to Port Waikato, which is on the northern part of our region here, and really cuts a fine figure right through the middle of our region. And again, creates another great playground for visitors to our region. Probably one of the key messages we'd really like to help drive, especially for our international visitors once our borders are reopened, is that Hamilton's a great option for first or last night in the itinerary. So if you've got people coming and doing some touring around the central North Island and they're flying in or out of Auckland, then they certainly can, with only 90 minutes drive up to the airport, they can use this as a place to start or stop their time in the region. But look, here's something that the team at Hamilton Waikato put together. It's just a little bit of a ditty really, so we hope you enjoy this, and it puts a little smile on your dial for a Friday morning. fantastic. We don't need to see it again though, do we?
I just realised my camera was on. I was dancing.
Oh, look, I had a bit of a jiggle going on myself, to be honest. I do like that piece of music, but it always puts a smile on my dial. And hey, look, you know, these things, as we know, are always ever evolving, and so kia kaha, everybody. We shall return to our former glory in tourism. I'm absolutely sure. Hey, one of the key products in the region is our beautiful friends at Hobbiton Movie Set. Middle Earth Movie Magic is where it all happens, and just 40 minutes from Hamilton. And it was the movie set from The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Now this set is the only living movie set that still remains in the world, and the 2-hour daily 2-hour tours that go through here are really fantastic. It's a great opportunity to go in and see something really quite special, and even if people aren't Lord of the Rings or Hobbit fans, they still get really enjoy the experience, and certainly is quite a wow one to enjoy. Currently there's 5 departures per day, and they're going to increase with demand through the summer with domestic, and the guys will be certainly monitoring what's happening with our international markets and bringing more tours on as they need. I'm just going to shift Lou because she's sitting right in the middle of my words here. So the evening banquet tours are still operating once a week at the moment, and they're doing a few extras for a bit of Christmas activity as well, and they're also doing tour and lunch experiences with buffet for minimum group sizes of 20. But you didn't hear it from me, but there is a new tour that is being launched, that has been launched by Hobbiton Movie Set in the last few days. It's a second breakfast tour, and Rebecca's going to tell you more about that along with Shane from Hobbiton on Tuesday when the Waikato do their presentation. So Rebecca's going to come and do a full update and briefing on what's happening in the Waikato region. I'm just going to quickly skip through everything today. So Waitomo Caves, one of our other key iconic experiences in the region. So discover Waitomo from THL with their cachet of tours. They're still operating currently Thursday to Monday, and again will increase with demand. So they're just going to keep a measure of what's going on, but the caves are open for business, and blackwater rafting, walking tours as well are all good to go Thursday to Monday. Again, as demand increases, we'll see more departures available for you to book and schedule. Discover Waitomo is, you can see actually this is the zip line here as part of one of the blackwater rafting experiences, which is really cool. And I've donned the white gumboots myself and gone through the caves, and it's really fantastic. For those of you that haven't had the opportunity to do it, the thought of it is probably more brave than you need to actually do it, if you like. So great experience. Get in under the galaxy of stars in our beautiful Waitomo caves, and have a bit of an adventure through this part of very special part of New Zealand. Waitomo Adventures, these guys operate at the more adventurous end, if you like, of the Waitomo experiences, including abseiling, zip lining, and they also have blackwater rafting as well. They opened a new tour centre and cafe and day spa at the beginning of the year, and they also are currently operating Friday to Monday, and of course very happy to take group bookings by request. More boutique offerings down in the Waitomo area come from Cave World and Spellbound. Two slightly different experiences again. Spellbound gives you the opportunity to take photos in the caves, and also has a boat ride in there. And Cave World includes a Kawakawa tea experience to finish their journey as well. So Cave World's operating only in the weekends, and Spellbound is operating 7 days a week. Hamilton City. Well, if you haven't been to Hamilton City for a while, I think you'd be quite surprised when you get here. There's some really quite exciting developments that's happening here, including a beautiful regional theatre, the Victoria on the River space, which you can see bottom right-hand side here, is really, really quite spectacular. You can sit there and see the happenings on the beautiful Waikato River as it flows past. And we've also got a lot of other commercial developments that are going on as well, with incredible eateries and experiences where you can have a city experience in the beautiful city of Hamilton. One of my favourite places in the whole world, I have to say, is Hamilton Gardens. I have been, I don't know how many times I've been actually, and every time I have visitors from town, I certainly bring them along. These guys are currently operating for group tours and limited FIT departures as well. But the fantastic thing about this garden is that it is changing all the time, and it's not a traditional botanical garden as you would expect, but it's actually a series of different gardens which tell stories of civilizations and garden techniques and things through time. Here, this is a surrealist garden, which is quite unusual. These are I can't even call them trees, animatrons here. They actually quietly move, and it's a little bit like being Alice in Wonderland. Everything's oversized and large, and you can see with the big gates there from this couple. They're normal sized people, and it's a very oversized gate. But this is part of the Hamilton Gardens experience. And again, guided tours absolutely add value to this experience. It's an international award-winning garden, and well and truly must be on your list for your any time coming through Hamilton in the Waikato region. Waikato Museum have got new guided walking tours of the CBD, and they've also got experiences where you can go behind the scenes and see some of the treasures that they've got out the back with their behind the scenes tours as well, and lots of interactive experiences within the museum also. Helicorp, for our higher end clients, are doing private charters and transfers around the central North Island, and that can include things like popping out to Raglan, which you can see here, over to Hobbiton movie set, for example, and right around the central North Island. So based at Hamilton Airport, but they will do transfers and charters right around the North Island. Duck Island ice cream. This is one of my favourites, and the triple cream brie that they make it over the moon cheese is also really quite a spectacular accompaniment for a glass of wine on a Friday afternoon. But it's just part of the whole food story that we're starting to see evolve in the Waikato area. These are two local producers and things that can be experienced once you're here, along with Zeelong Tea Estate. New Zealand's only tea plantation. They have tours of the estate. They have tea tastings as well, and you can see a very delicious high tea there as well. They also have quite a good range of high-end private experiences. So if you're working in the luxury market, Zeelong is definitely something that you would want to add to an itinerary. Beautiful location, and there's no doubt about it. Anything that Zeelong do is absolutely at the very top end of experience. You can see there's a little bit more there. Actually, these pots are there's quite an interesting story to these pots, and you can learn all about them as part of your tour. The owner is an incredible art collector, and a lot of his art can be seen not only outside but also inside the buildings. And this is the vista where they have a large conference and experience centre set up there, and then the tea tasting and high teas are held down in their beautiful house. I'll just go back. Can't quite see the best of it there, but it overlooks the plantation, and really something quite special to experience. Good George Brewery, that continues the food or culinary experiences around the region. These guys, you can actually go through the brewery on a 45-minute tour. They run those for FITs in small groups, and you just need to pre-book those. And there's also an option to add on some dining in there as well. And there's a fair bit of tasting that goes on as part of this tour, actually. I did it myself last week with a few agents. In fact, I think some of you are on the line here. And it's quite a cool experience. It's a boutique brewery, but a great way to just see very much a part of New Zealand's culture and learn a story of the evolution of this brewery, now one of the largest producers in the Waikato region. That is part of a brew bus tour that you can also engage with that goes to 5 to 6 breweries and adds lunch on there as well. And part of our culinary story is also the Red Barn. So this is a historic venue. It's just up the road from Hobbiton movie set, and they offer dining experiences for groups and premium FITs. One of the things that they were doing pre-COVID was a taste of the Waikato degustation menu, and that was something really quite special. You can see on the left-hand side there, the lady is actually making some handcrafted butter there, and that's part of the Waikato food experience that you can have at the Red Barn. Quite convenient located, actually, just up the road from Hobbiton movie set. Nature and Nosh in Hamilton, so they do a range of guided walking tours with exceptional foodie experiences as part of that. This is quite a spectacular spot up here. This is the top of Wairere Falls, and Nature and Nosh actually travel right around the central North Island, not just in the Waikato area, including the Coromandel, and they take smaller groups. And this is a great one also for the domestic market if you've got high-end groups that are wanting to look to do something that gets them active and also enjoy the beautiful tastes of the region as well. Nature experiences, well, it's going to take you out to Raglan, of course. So this is the inner harbour of Raglan here, but Raglan actually is home to the largest left-hand surf break in, one of the largest left-hand surf breaks in the world, actually. So fantastic experience, great place to go and learn to surf. And so you can find some surf for the novices right through to the pros. Sanctuary Mountain Mangatauteri. So this is just out of Cambridge, so it's about 50 minutes south of Hamilton. It's kind of on the way between Hamilton and Rotorua. With a small diversion, you can make your way to Sanctuary Mountain. This is something really spectacular. It's a wildlife reserve that has 45 kilometres of pest-proof fence right around it. And what this has done is it's eradicated all the nasties and created an incredible environment to regenerate the bird life and also the forest floor and allow the forest canopy also to grow. But what's really quite fascinating about the story is the bird life in here. So it's really spectacular. A part of what they're offering is some Kiwi experiences here, including night tours, daytime Kiwi experiences, and they're also looking to do some Kiwi releases at night as well. So higher end experiences. The releases, Kiwi releases happen between October and May. And Rebecca will probably tell you a little bit more about that on Tuesday. There's also guided walks in here as well. Highly recommend that. Spent a bit of time with one of the guides last week and learnt a lot about the flora and fauna and the environment that's and why it is that Sanctuary Mountain really is so special. It's very special. Lake District Adventures, again, just south of Cambridge, and they're doing kayaking and stand-up paddleboard experiences. Their signature product is a glowworm night tour, and they're doing some developments down there for summer 21. So once our international visitors are back as well, they'll be able to experience the new ops centre and some of the accommodation. This is a great experience with their glowworm night tour. So hopping onto the Waikato River, they then take you up into a glade which has beautiful glowworms up over the top. You go in at twilight, come out at dark, and it's really quite a special experience, to be fair. The other thing that Lake District Adventures are doing is that they're providing support by way of cycles and transfers for the Waikato River Trails, and again an opportunity for international visitors to actually get out on the bike and experience a little bit of our special part of New Zealand. And there we go, another picture there. There's our lovely Amber from the Waikato office looking at the beautiful glowworms. Alpacas, Cornerstone Alpaca Stud, great experience for alpaca lovers, including tours and feeding sessions, and they take groups and FITs slightly north of Hamilton City at Gordington Village, and just up the road from our friends at Zeelong. Rural farm visits through Cambridge, they go from the eyesight. They are fully commissionable. Actually, everything I've spoken of for the Hamilton Waikato region is fully available, fully commissionable. And there's 3 tours there. So there's a dairy farm tour, a horse stud tour, and black-nosed sheep tours. Now, my golly, isn't that a cutie? And these are possibly the friendliest, most domesticated sheep you can get. So quite an interactive experience jumping into those. Having a wee look at the accommodation very quickly about what's happening around the region. Novotel Tainui Hamilton has just opened a 40-room extension, which you can see here. Really, really beautiful inside. It's spectacular from the outside. Some of these rooms have incredible views out over the river, and really is quite a fantastic development for central city accommodation in Hamilton. We've also got the Ramada, which has done a full redevelopment of their public spaces, and also refurbed their rooms and refurbs their room as well. And they're just on the finishing touches of their last wing to get that finished. But again, another great development for accommodation in Hamilton CBD. For something a little bit more boutique is the Henley Hotel. I hope that most of you have heard of this. If you haven't, you really need to jump on and have a look at these guys. A boutique hotel located just out of Cambridge. Beautiful, beautiful suites and bedrooms. They've just done a big development of their outside space. They're on the way out to Lake Karapiro. They have bikes and e-scooters and other outside toys available, so that you can really just come as a one-stop destination. Fantastic food experience, food experiences also on site, and just outside of the charming tree village of Cambridge. Also in Cambridge is beautiful Hidden Lake Hotel. This opened in January, 33 rooms, boutique 4-star property, and again, culinary experiences in there as well. And the rooms are really lovely, overlooking the beautiful Lake Te in Cambridge, and privately owned, family owned hotel, and they really go out of their way to make sure that the experience is truly 4-star. So that's the end of that presentation. If you are wanting to learn a little bit more about this region, that's just a quick update for you. Rebecca's going to be doing a presentation on Tuesday morning as part of the ECNI series, and she will also be bringing in some of the partners from THL, Sanctuary Mountain, Hobbiton movie set, and also from the Gardens, and they'll give you a bit of an update about what's happening at their place. And Rebecca also will be available to do lots of questions and other bits and pieces as well. So that's it from the mighty Waikato, and it's where the magic runs deep. So let's have a look at this. We've got Explore Central North Island website here. This is going to have the links to this webinar series. The series will be great for onboarding staff when that time comes again. We also have our online product directory on there. Again, all of the products, everything Explore Central North Island does is in the trade space, and this is, so all those products are trade ready. And we also have an online product directory. We've got maps available for consumers and for staff training. And we've also got a new online resource which is currently under development, which is an online library of operator product updates as well. So I'll make sure that you guys will be aware when that's up and running and ready to view, but we'll also have all these webinars uploaded as well. The series continues with Pacific Coast Highway on Monday morning, and then you can see the regions there taking us out to just before Christmas. So really great opportunity just to catch up with what's happening in each of those regions in a more in-depth way, or a quick snapshot as you've done today around 4 regions. And Monday we'll be seeing a beautiful team from the Coromandel, Bay of Plenty, Tairāwhiti, Gisborne, and I'll be back again with a roundup from the Hawke's Bay region. So that's it from us. Ka kite from the ECNI team. I hope that that's been a useful update for you today, and really appreciate your time. I hope that the rest of your day goes well. We look forward to seeing some of you back again on Monday. But in the meantime, kia hora te marino, may calm be spread around you.